So we're gonna move into the accident portions of local news. And I only got two stories during for this piece. And yes, they're a little bit but just know that they're accidents. They're not. So the first one I want to get into, I posted it on my community wall, and me and B1 had a nice go back and forth. She was like, why are we getting just stories of Black people doing crazy things? And so I wanted to give you sort of an overview of these kinds of stories. So this is more of like an accidental, it wasn't intentional, but I'm going to give you some more of it. So the man was charged after 12-year-old nephew fentanyl overdose allegedly made child clean the drug lab. Now, this story was so sad, y'all. It was really sad. I'm going to play a video clip, but I just got to just give you some context. So the child was living with his uncle, right? And as a form of punishment, he told him to go and clean this area. And in the area, it had trays of, with fentanyl residue on it. But if you know anything about like drugs, sometimes you can't see it when it's all picked up, but it's there, even in the air. And so he had spent his time cleaning it up, doing what his uncle told him to do, forced to do it. And nothing happened, went to bed. But it wasn't until he got on his school bus the next morning where the folks saw him unresponsive and was asking, are you okay? And he was convulsing. Check this out. It's really, really sad. A really sad story.
An Camden County man is behind bars accused of causing the overdose death of his 12-year-old nephew. Prosecutors say 35-year-old Troy Noakes of Blackwood lived at the home with the child and manufactured fentanyl there. He's accused of asking the child to clean paraphernalia that contained the drugs without wearing any protective gear. We first reported last month the boy was found unresponsive on a school bus back on January 24th and died at the hospital. Joanna Johnson's also been charged over hindering the apprehension of Noakes.
How sad. And so this young child, apparently he had a drug lab in the house. The boy was reportedly living at the home with his uncle, who was allegedly manufacturing synthetic opioids. Authorities say that just days before the child's overdose.
The Camden County man is behind bars accused of causing the overdose death of his 12-year-old nephew. Prosecutors say 35-year-old Troy.
They say that Noakes forced his nephew to clean the paraphernalia that contained fentanyl. Witnesses claim the child was not wearing gloves when was handling the contaminated items. He was taken into custody Thursday on a variety of charges, including aggravated manslaughter, endangering the welfare of a child, strict liability for a drug-induced death, maintaining a drug production facility, and employing a juvenile in a drug distribution scheme. Extremely sad. And rest in peace, young man, and my condolences to the family. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know if the mother was around or not, but it's completely sad that you let your child, be exposed to something like this. So I'll stay tuned to this story. I don't think there's any more details that I could share with you all in terms of this story right now. It's still a developing thing. He was taken into custody, and so we'll see. Okay, that's done. Hold on. All right. So let's move on to the next story. It's a damn. Where were the parents? Parents weren't around. I think the parents gave both. I think parents may have been on drugs. I'm not sure. That's why I said I wanted to find more of the story. But the parents weren't around. He had custody. The child was living with him. They arrested another woman because they said that she was trying to tamper with evidence, clean up the scene, basically clean the house up. And I don't know, because they aren't saying anything about the mom or the family. It just makes me think that they weren't around like that. Clearly, a damn shame. Clearly, it is. Yes, charge them all. Hey, Diesel. Good morning to you. Good morning. Thank you for coming through. I blame the uncle and neighborhood because they knew who that house was. A drug house, such a senseless loss. Such a senseless loss. It is, and it's it's bad when the child has to go to school and the people at the school have to find him like that. Like this wasn't something that was done at home. I wonder if there were signs that this child was not living in the best environment or condition. We will never know. We'll never. The next incident. Now I have the video of it. You all let me know if you want to see it. But I don't know if you've heard. The 12-year-old girl fatally shoots her cousin, then herself while on Instagram Live in a freak accident. And it was a really, 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 really freak accident. Now I have the video. I don't know if any of you all saw it. I saw it, and it's really crazy. Now, what they're saying is that this is a murder suicide because I didn't see it in the video. Please. They're saying it's a murder suicide, that once the girl accidentally shot her cousin, she shot herself. But in the video, it doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like a murder suicide. It looks like a total complete accident. So again, I have it. It's just I don't know if I want to play it on live on YouTube. So, but let me finish giving you details of this story. So everybody was getting together to celebrate. So the younger kids, they got a bed and breakfast. They were making a video, and Paris was playing with the gun, but it went off and hit him. She continued explaining that her daughter, who was one of 9 children, dropped the gun before it went off and killed Karan, who had just celebrated his birthday. After that, Harvey says Paris then picked up the weapon by its barrel before it fired at her, calling the incident a freak accident. However, police have characterized it as a murder-suicide, but Harvey's mom denies it was a suicide. Paris' grandmother, Susan Dyson, added that the pair were not arguing at the time of the shooting, because they were not arguing at the time of the shooting. If you see it, they were playing with the gun when they shouldn't have been. Of course, they shouldn't have been doing it. I think it should have went off. It went off by mistake. And so I'm just trying to see if I can drop the link to the video for you all in the chat. That way I don't have to. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll drop the link to the video. All right, that's what I'll do. I'll drop the link in the video in the chat. What y'all think? Lock them all up. Okay. Y'all excuse me for interrupting, but does anyone else have motherfuckers on the job interrupting my show with dumbass questions? All the time. I read that too. Grandma lived in the house too. That's what I'm saying. It's so weird because it's like something else is going on there. They all failed the child. They did. I heard about this one. Yes, it's crazy. It's crazy, Voodoo. Murder, suicide among cousins that's young. Was that really? No, that is not. They really was playing with a gun though. But I don't think it was murder, suicide. No, I haven't heard of this story. I don't know. I know. Don't put it on YouTube. It'll be against guidelines. Okay. I'll just drop the link. Why did these children have these guns left around them? And then why would you be on a live? Like, what is so like? It's just so weird. They were just coming from celebrating this man's birthday, and all the family was trying to get together, do a little kickback after the birthday party at the crib. So the kids were gonna go to the bedroom. All the kids were gonna go into bed, breakfast in bed, and everybody else is gonna be doing their thing. And I guess the one cousin who was on Instagram Live had, grabbed the camera, grabbed a gun. In the process of grabbing the gun, it went off and shot Karan. And then when she tried to pick it back up, it went off and it was faced to her and it shot her. And as you see in the video, she literally goes to pick it up and knocks herself back too. It was really, really horrible. They say the gun was a 14-year-old. See, and there we go. And now you have it. I saw the clip. It was awful. Definitely an accident. That's what I was saying, AJ. It was definitely an accident. That didn't give me murder suicide. How quick we go to classify shit murder suicide, and then the shit we do need to classify murder suicide. We talking about, what did they say about the black girl, the black woman who got killed in the hotel with the white man? What did they say that was? Suicide. But the shit they call that suicide. But this shit they want to call murder suicide. I need y'all to pick it. I need you to choose. I need you to choose and make sure it's right and correct. I saw the video. So tragic. You hear a man in the back saying they got the gun. Why aren't people putting their guns in lock boxes? The homeowner needs to be charged. Absolutely. The homeowner needs to be charged. I think, parents need to be also pulled into this. Everybody in that damn house need to be questioned. It needs to be brought to the forefront. I'm so sick of these crazy adults. Okay, Stiggs, you getting ready? I hope you have a good day too. People are letting kids be on adult situations and business, and it's a shame. It is. And then other kids see, and they're so infectious. Other kids see you on Instagram doing that, popping off, so then they want to try it. And it's weird because this new generation, I'm not part of it, but it's almost like they're testing death, with the drugs. They pop perks and they pop all these pills. If you watch, like, I'm a Twitter fanatic, so I watch these little videos that gets put up back on TikTok, and they're popping pills like it ain't nothing. Like, just, it's nothing to them. And doing all these things, guns in the air, and it's like, it's infectious because one group see you do it, the other groups want to see you do it. That's my fascination with this new group coming out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, called the Kia Boys. They literally go around, and the Kia girls, they go around stealing folks who got Kias, whether you're driving it or not. They'll hop in the car, shoot at you, get you out the car. They take your car and they go crash it, cause a big scene. They do it. They go and steal Kias. There's been people who had cameras in their neighborhood saying, "Here come the Kia Boys." It's almost damaging to the Kia brand in the state almost at this point, because it's senseless, but you have kids doing it because it's fun, it's infectious, it's viral. Now everybody else want to do it. So parents, parents and those figures who are parents figures to children, you really need to get grasp around what the fuck their kids are doing. Guns in the house, playing with it on IG Live. Where in the hell did that become cute? Where? Like, oh, we about to where? It's not cute. That's a serious ass whooping in a conversation. It really is. And you might need to run down the gamut of who your friends are. I swear to God, my aunt used to do it all the time. She had a notebook by the phone in the sunroom. All my friends, anytime I would go out, she had all my friends' name and numbers. Not because I wanted to give them to her, because she would sit there and ask me before I'm going, where you going? Who you going with? Name, number. How can I get in contact with them? I'm like, are you serious? One time I gave them the wrong number, but I understood it as I got older, and I became practicing that habit. So you really got to take hold of your children. They're your responsibility. You should see the gun too. It was a 22. Okay, I did. I saw that. I'm sitting here thinking, like, who is playing with this gun like this? And you can hear parents and you can hear the family in the background, like camaraderie in the background. And it's like, so y'all are that distant from them. Y'all can't peep in the room to see. I swear I could be sitting there like, what the fuck y'all doing? Get that. Come on. I told somebody, the parents have to be charged. As a gun owner, you must secure your weapons, even if you have adults in the house. It's law, period. If you looked at the kids' pages, they always were posing with large caliber guns. And now that is dangerous. Now, Facebook will go and remove something about coronavirus, something about Russian bots and some shit like that, but they'll let this kind of shit stay up on their social media pages. That to me is a problem. They recognize young children, and if I upload a YouTube video or say what video and I got the young kids cursing at the grandmother, that video gets striked, right? It's coming down. Ain't no nudity. I ain't posting no guns, and that's fine. Take it down. I understand that. But everything else in the world, we can allow them to post with guns and shit, and that's not screened or checked. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. That's sign one. That stops it right there. We don't promote that. I don't think it's hot or cute for a child to be waving guns. Why is your life so dangerous that you need to be walking around here with a gun? Like, that's the conversation. How can I as a parent make that safe for you? Like, are you kidding me? But you can only do so much when it's not just you that you have to worry about controlling. It's the everybody else that they're engaged in. It's just like it becomes a domino effect if you don't take them by that fucking tail at the young age to know right from right, right from wrong. Then you have people posing with guns at the age of 12. When I was 12, I was trying to go to Seabreeze, which was an amusement park. When I was 12, I think yo-yos and shit was out like then. Are you kidding me? A gun? That shit is crazy to me. Irresponsible. Okay. Oh no, I can't watch that. I just wonder why the cops are trying to frame it that way. Right. That's what I said. And you can literally see in the video that the girl went to go pick it up to like sort of, but again, because you're 12, you don't know any better. You pick it up facing you, and you pick it up with almost with your hand on the trigger. So it's like definitely in the wrong hands. Definitely, and some people are calling it what it was, an accidental shooting, but others are calling it murder-suicide for the click and views. Nah, this is an accidental shooting to me. I definitely saw that and said, definitely didn't think she wanted to take her cousin's life. Hey, TC, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning to you. Thank you for coming through. They were in St. Louis, right? Yes. Kansas City. That's St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis. Yep, the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. Shit is crazy. All at a birthday party where a bunch of family is there. I can only imagine. Good morning, Jay Parrish. Y'all have a great day on purpose. Yes, absolutely. You too. That's what it was. It seems with the younger generation. It's like risking your life because they are desensitized. They are exposed to too much at a young age. This new generation does not value life like we do. It's scary. It is. Good for your mom. I like that tactic. It was crazy. I used to be like, okay. I used to tell people, if my aunt calls you, just know she's just being nosy. Tell her you don't know where I'm at. That was granted, that was the days, but right before the cell phone started popping off. Oh my God. 2004, 3. People ain't really have cell phones. And then they were the big Nokia ones. And everybody thought those were hot. I'm so glad phones evolved because I cannot imagine walking around with a dinosaur again. Guy, love. Good morning to you. Good morning. I was knocked out. Someone called. Rude as fuck. Glad someone is live. Not sure if the topic yet, but my weapon stays in my safe. Okay. Oh yeah. Right now we're talking about the 12-year-old girl who fatally shoots her cousin, then herself while on Instagram Live. And I was saying I have the video clip, but I'm not going to share it due to, it might be too graphic for YouTube and it violates the community guidelines. But we were just saying how some people who saw the video, especially police, are classifying this as murder-suicide. And if you really see it, it's really not murder-suicide. It's an accident, which goes on to the bigger discussion. Why are we having these kinds of accidents in households where people should know better? It wasn't like they didn't know folks were coming over. It was a birthday party celebration with the family. And we had minors and olders because the person whose birthday party it was 14. So what are we doing? And then it's the 14-year-old's gun there. And so now it becomes a bigger question. How the fuck does he have a gun and why does he have a gun? What is going on around my 12-year-old daughter? Like it's all so many questions. Good morning, Catherine Powell. Good morning. It was so sad to hear that here happened here in Philadelphia where I live. The meth lab with the baby, the 12-year-old child. Yeah, that was very sad to me. My mom ain't play that. She was hummed in. I couldn't say I was going here and was there, or it was my right, baby. Yeah, TT was on me. It was like, wait, you doing what? The media is the indoctrination of the children and youth. That's why being a parent is important. Yes, the issue is that guns should have been locked up, period, point blank in the end. The famous twins stay posting pics with guns, have been in multiple shootings, and has not been held responsible yet. They make music videos as well. Now, I just recently read that the famous twins were caught up in something recently, locked up. I'm going to have to talk about that on Friday, but I did read something like that. But them too, I don't think it's acceptable. I don't think it's acceptable. You have to be very careful. It's a lot of people who post videos with Glocks and guns on these social media sites. And then, they tag it, hashtag it, let me keep it real. Twitter will cut down like all kind of freaky hashtags on Twitter, right? but you can see a hashtag with loaded, cocked and loaded, all these guns tag hashtags, and it's pictures, but it's okay. It's not okay for the other stuff. It's like we really have to get on one accord here. You know, some people say they like guns on the street because it kills the community. You know, it does exactly what we say we don't want it to do. It kills us. We're using it against each other, you know. So we do got to take accountability. I don't get the parents these days. We're all grown up around the same era. Like, what the fuck? Younger and younger, younger and younger. Right. Listen, I am that nosy mom and granny. My kids call me the interrogator because I ask all types of questions. When they ask, I can't go or do. I grew up around guns. We never had access to them. They were locked up in the case. Responsible parent. True. Why? No, they keep weapons out due to impending threats, lack of parenting, and ignorance. Really? So, wow. Keep weapons out due to impending threats. So you're so threatened in your regular life that you need to keep a gun accessible. That's deep. That's deep. Realistically, our youth stopped valuing life starting in the late 80s, early 90s when gangster rap, Boys in the Hood, etc. came out. Everyone was suddenly part of a gang and drugs and violence. That's a very good point, that gangster rap, because you can see a lot of the behavior is tied to what they see in rap music and on the screen. And even when you get rappers come out here to say, don't believe that shit, everything ain't real. Even I think Lil Durk came out and said, you can't be mad. These rappers are buying these fake chains. You know, it's part of the culture. It's celebrated, you know. So yeah, it's heavily glorified. It's so disappointing. I really feel many people should not have children. Baby, tell me about it. They were shooting at females. They had a fight with Hit 2, I believe. Accidentally took their step and a child out too. Oh my God. Good morning, baby. I love my pre-internet brain. I forget my phone everywhere. I'm old these days. Okay. Good morning, Shay Beezy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, good morning to everybody too. Thank you for being here. If you would, please take a moment, hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So those were our two stories today in terms of accidents. We had the fentanyl death, the man charged with the 12-year-old, his nephew's child death after making him clean his drug lab. And then we had the 12-year-old who fatally shoots her cousin and then herself accidentally on Instagram Live. And they both were absolutely accidents, if you ask me. What is our homework? The homework is to answer, why don't drunk drivers get hurt in accidents as much as the people they hurt? And so I'm gonna do my research to figure it out. So y'all gotta come. That's gonna be for next Wednesday, but y'all gotta come with why y'all think it is, because that is a fascinating question. Why is it? So somebody says because their muscles is relaxed, but the car ain't relaxed. The car still is it because they got control? I don't know, but that's what we got to figure out for next week. And then so join me join me on Friday, y'all, at 6:30 a.m. where we're gonna do hot topics and celebrity news. And until next time, you all, thank you so much for being here. Until next time, deuces.